Jan Blachowicz, champion of the world. I don't know if anybody has ever sat down and explained to him how this works moving forward. There's multiple things that are happening at once. Okay, first off, for Jan to be the same guy he is today as he was the day that he woke up a boy with a dream that had come true is very important. But in my message, I must tell you, I don't want his head to get any bigger or for him to go out and change things and make mistakes that other athletes have done. I want him to use this as a springboard to propel himself even further forward.
Jan Blachowicz has not gotten the respect that he deserves. This guy has beaten everyone that have tried to come up against him in his recent run. And you know, Jan Blachowicz is going to be at a bit of a disadvantage in terms of speed with Israel Adesanya.
I've had harder fights, to be honest, even in middleweight. So, on a threat meter, out of 10, I'll give him. He's a solid competitor. So maybe like a 7, yeah, 7.5. Yeah, that's an honest score I'd give him. That, you know, there's certain things I'm worried about, but yeah, just another guy, man, just another day.
Do you have to play it a bit quieter earlier because of his power, or you want to wear him out?
I mean, power is power. I've said this already. Everyone just, power this. I've got Aussie power, I've got Brazilian power, I've got American power, Polish power now. So same shit, different day. Everyone has power. So yeah, I'll just do what I do. Yeah, I read them already, and then if they want to rush, they can get slept.
Jan has unreal knockout power, and if he hits you, he'll put you out. Every guy that's gone up from middleweight so far, Luke Rockhold. There was another guy who went from middleweight up to 205 that fought Jan in his debut. He's smashing him. He don't play around with these dudes going up.
Jan Blachowicz has a tradition. He has a ritual before each fight. The tradition and ritual is to touch a rope. The rope was from a man who committed suicide. Very heavy stuff. Hear me out, because he made this public. I was reading them going, what's going on here? What do you mean you touched the rope? How did you even get the rope? I mean, that would be a terrible scene to come upon. I'm sure you could all relate. One thing that I hope that never happens to me is that I find the situation, well, okay, a little bit.
Oh yeah, Jan has great knockout power, very technical. His fundamentals are very sharp, and yeah, I think he's going to make a great opponent.
Jan finds a guy. I believe they were in like a wooded area. I think he was on a hike, something along these lines, but he finds a guy, so he calls authorities. He does what you do. He says, hey guys, here's my location, and there's a gentleman, and I got to him too late, and you need to come out and take a look at this. So they did. So when the police, and I think there was a fire rescue involved, but when the authorities get there, they free the man and they cut him down, and they say to Jan, hey, would you like to take a piece of this rope with you? And Jan was a little confused by the question. They then elaborated for him, and they said, well, there's actually a tradition, and it is for good luck.
I thought he looked great. He looked tremendous. Crisp boxing, great takedown defense. He just looked really good. I was happy to see Corey Anderson eat his words. He's been talking so much trash.
Jan Blachowicz is the first light heavyweight champion not named Cormier or Jones in a decade.
Are you serious?
In a decade. Listen
wow,
to this.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
In a decade, the belt, 1,500 days for Jones, 1,300 days for Cormier. This is the first light heavyweight champion in a decade to hold that belt, and it is the Polish powerhouse Jan. You got to say it right, Jan. It's time to start pronouncing it the correct way.
Yeah, Błachowicz.
Jan Blachowicz, the Polish powerhouse. I mean, can we get is that his name? Is his name the Polish powerhouse?
He first calls out Jon Jones. Now, he was high. He was high on adrenaline and excitement. I am making way too big of a point of this. That was his moment to do with whatever he wanted. It just irritated me to see that happen because you're looking at the guy that they just put 12 pounds of gold around, stopping the guy that the former champ Jon Jones left the division to not have to face a second time. You're in a very good spot. But the narrative going into that fight, as he's well aware, was that whoever wins this is going to be a placeholder until Jon Jones comes back.
I don't think so.
Can we get
I
that
think it's
going?
the Polish Hammer or the Pride of Poland. He's a very nice guy. It's a great name. That is a great name. The double P works. But by the way, in a million years, let's be honest, did you ever think this man would be a champion in the UFC? I mean, this guy was sort of like, you know, a mid-tier light heavyweight, getting knocked out by Thiago Santos. The Gustafsson fight was just sort of, I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming whatsoever. I am, dare I say, I am shocked that Jan is the champ. That we went from Shogun to Jon Jones to DC to Jan Blachowicz. I am shocked. No disrespect. He's incredible, but I am shocked.
Yeah, not from the word go they have, but then maybe the last 3 weeks I figured out where I'm gonna get him. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. There's something else. If I'm greedy, there's something else I'm looking for, but I don't want to be greedy, so I'll just take what comes. If he hands it to me on a platter, then I'll take it. But yeah, I'm a bit greedy, so there's something else I'm looking for.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. We play a game where nothing's guaranteed. And if a guy gets on the roll and a guy develops belief in himself and his skill set, sky's the limit. And that's what happened for Jan. And man, I made that video last night after the fight, and I said he's kind of slow, because he is. But bro, dude's there to fight every single time. And if he lands, it's over. He must hit so hard. The way when he hit Dominic Reyes, it looked like Dominic Reyes just immediately went into a shell. Like he could not. It was like he had never felt power like he got hit with by Jan last night.
I think everyone's counting Jan out, and everyone's kind of just like dismissing him, like, oh, that's it. He's gonna get slapped on this. I think they're mistaken. I take him very seriously. And he says, "Oh, Polish power, legendary." Everyone has power. I just don't want to get touched by anyone. Same with Paulo. I didn't get touched by him once.
Against Jan, I think he might end up doing good. He's going to be quicker, faster than Jan, but Jan do have a lot of power though. So if he catches him, he can get in trouble. But it depends. We'll see. We only can see what's going to happen.
Jan ain't somebody to play with. That dude got fucking real power, and I think it's something about the underdog that everybody's looking past. They're looking at Israel getting double belts. They're looking at, is he gonna go up to fight Jan? Is Jan gonna come back down? They're not even talking about Jan winning this fight. So if I was him, no pressure on me. Go out there and whip his ass.
Błachowicz has proved one thing. He is a damn good fighter. But you're talking about a whole nother level to captivate the masses. I mean, Błachowicz is a stud from a small country in Europe, and not a lot of people think about Polish fighters. He is changing that. Doing a wonderful job in the fact that he's even in the conversation. He's going to be in there for a world championship. It might be in there against Jones, it might be in there against Reyes, but what's very important for Jan Blachowicz to understand and be very aggressive right now with the marketing is that if he does not get the job, okay, Jon Jones then fights Reyes by default. If Reyes beats Jon Jones, Blachowicz cannot rest thinking, okay, great, I'll just go in there and fight Reyes. Wrong.